I am with the one and only Matthew Metcalfe.
Thank you.
And Lucy taught me this never look away thing, so now I'm afraid to look away from any moment.
We all feel that. We all feel that.
I know, right? It's a great title, I must say. You really killed it with the title of this documentary. But I definitely want to get into what it's like being a writer for a documentary, because clearly the story's kind of already there. But how did you put these amazing pieces together?
You know what? That's a really cool question. Well, firstly, it was Tom Blackwell and myself who did all the initial writing. And when Tom and I sat down, you see, the thing is this, is yes, a documentary is a true story, but you think about it, you're compressing, in Margaret's case, sort of 20 years of life into 90 minutes. So in reality, there's a lot of writing you've got to do, because what you've got to do is try to capture the essence of that person. You know, because lots of people know you, but they all know you from their perspective. Your mum knows you from her perspective, you know. If you've got siblings, it's all individual. But what we've got to do is just tell a fully formed character. Put a fully formed character to the audience, and that's quite hard. And what you've got to look for as a writer is what represents those character aspects and what we can show to the audience. So what you're looking for when you're trying to delve into all of this is what speaks to this person, what sums them up, what little moments in their life show who they are and speak for the rest of their life. You know, and it sounds kind of easy, and when you look back, it seems like it was kind of easy, but I remember Tom and I doing lots of just like pacing and talking to each other in the office going, what about that moment? Nah, I don't think it's that, you know, and just trying to find that way in. You know, what is it that we're doing? What story are we telling? What genre is it? You know, how will the audience respond? I could go on and on and on. But
also, Margaret is behind the camera.
Exactly.
So that's another hard part, is that her story is being seen from the other side of the lens. You're now having to showcase her behind it from a different perspective.
And she's passed, so we can't ask her ourselves. So we can only ask other people what they thought of Margaret, but again, that's always someone else's perspective. So much of the journey on a film like this is trying to find the person. You know, in a way you could call our journey Finding Margaret Moth. You know, because we spend so much time trying to go, who is she? Like, if she was here, would she be proud? Would she say, yeah, you got me? You know, yeah, wow, you found me, you know, wow. That's what you want. That's what you want to try to achieve. So it's hard, but it's very satisfying as well.
And how much footage did you actually have from those years that she captured?
Look, this is often the case. Often you have more than you need and not enough. You know, you always have like tons of one thing and nothing of another. And then sometimes you're using footage down to the frame. Like you're literally trying to take every single moment you've got of her. And then with the photos can't just be photos, they have to mean something. The photo has to sit within the scene with which it's placed. So you might have this great photo, but if it's Margaret at a birthday party, it's not very good if you're talking about a war in Africa.
They're like,
you know?
Is this birthday happening there?
Yeah, so what I mean, so exactly. You know,
yeah.
so everything takes on this.
Puzzle.
Yeah,
you're fitting those pieces together.
It's a puzzle, and you spend a lot of time laying everything out, piece by piece by piece, trying to make it all work.
I mean, incredible job. I mean, Margaret Moth is somebody I've known, and I think my mom would have probably killed me if I did that journalism. It definitely takes a certain personality to go out there, have that adrenaline rush. And I know that a lot of women are definitely, and men are going to be inspired by her story and the things that she sacrificed in order to get that footage. I know that you played two different roles in this as well, not just on the writing end, but also on the producer side.
Yes.
How was it balancing those two roles?
Look, I've done that a lot. I've done an awful lot of writing and producing in the documentary space. It's nice because it allows me to be really creatively involved, to be narratively involved, but also to be across the production. It's a very satisfying way to work. It's hard, it's tough, but it's very enjoyable.
Well, amazing job on this documentary.
Thank you.
So inspiring, and can't wait to tell everybody about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.